Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I just got a few things I wanted to cover. I wanted to, keep on schedule and keep posting blogs. Eventually, I'll have more than 3 subscribers, 2, maybe 4. Um, in this edition, I'll talk a little bit more about Lindsay Lohan, just because it's aggravating me and I've got to do it anyways. And some good news for me and my wife. So stay tuned. Well, this weekend's going to be an exciting one for me and my wife. We're going to look at a place. Well, we've already looked at it. We're going to close the deal on it tomorrow. We're buying a 4-bedroom house. Um, this is good news for us because, as you can see behind us, this is our entire world right here. When we first got married, it was just me and her. So we rented a room out in the basement. But we're getting ready to move into our own place, and hopefully everything works out. I go tomorrow, less than 24 hours to sign the deal and everything. So we're pretty excited about that. That's going to be our first home, and hopefully one that lasts us a long time. Yeah, that's just so exciting. It's kind of awe-inspiring. I don't want to, spoil it and jinx it. So knock on wood. Let's move on to other things. Lindsay Lohan is back in the news again. Again, I reinstate. Why do we got to keep hearing about her? This time she's going for Playboy. Wants to be in Playboy, and Playboy is going to pay over $1 million for it. And as a hot-blooded American guy, I'd probably say I'd go and buy it if I actually bought Playboy. But that being said, who cares? The girl obviously needs the money. Got legal fees out the wazoo, and then now they're talking about Lindsay Lohan's dad. Somebody we would never know about, even if she wasn't Lindsay Lohan and she was a top news story for doing something stupid like dealing drugs. We wouldn't hear about her dad. Who cares about her dad? When I watch news, I want to hear about news that actually means something. That rant being said, it's difficult for me to get along in today's media because of that. Lindsay Lohan, violates her probation. I can't help but hear about it in the news, the radio, the internet, everything. There could be an outbreak of some deadly plague that would be overridden by the fact that Lindsay Lohan violated her probation. Media outlets, get it together. Moving on from that, I've been waiting a video response from the Star Trek guy regarding his opinion on Star Trek Enterprise, and I have a Star Trek friend of mine who I discussed it with this time, and he shares the same opinion as me. The reason why we have trouble with Star Trek Enterprise is, again, because it was pre-Kirk times, and none of it added up. It really didn't. You never see it anywhere. Nothing. And I've heard there's rumors going around about another Star Trek series based upon the J.J. Abrams movie. Now, I haven't been able to confirm any of this. It's just background information I've managed to get, people talking about it, and so far I've seen nothing substantiated from it. But I'd actually be curious to see about that one. And I don't believe, the people I've been talking to say it's along the same lines as Star Trek Enterprise. It's going to flop because of that. But the base of the new series would be J.J. Abrams' new timeline, so it would work. And of course, they'd probably have to fall within certain principles of Star Trek, but it would be a completely different version upon it that would lead into it. So, yes, I'm extremely curious. I will watch it if it ever hits the movie, if it ever hits the TV series. I want to know, to all the other Trekkers out there, if they've heard anything about this as well. Please feel free to comment, hit me back, let me know. A couple other things I wanted to cover. I got a lot of good reviews about the video I posted about my local watering hole, Cue Ball Billiards in Springfield, Virginia. Well, mostly a lot of people just commented and told me that I put the wrong name with the wrong waitress, and I got Christina and Bunny Hop confused. Another thing I wanted to touch on is, if you couldn't tell from my previous blogs, me and my wife are getting ready to have our first baby. And I can't say I'm nervous in the conventional sense. I've been around children my entire life, my friends, kids, stuff like that, so I'm not as nervous. my jitters come with the fact that I was around other people's kids. Yeah, I had to watch what I said, do, set a good example by being a role model to them, but I didn't quite have the paranoia or the worries of being a parent. I mean, this is going to be my child, and I'm a little shaken up by that because, her how she's raised and how she comes out depends entirely upon how me and her mother react to her and how we deal with her, and that's got me a little shaken. I know in the end we're gonna do the best we can, and she's gonna turn out to be a good girl, so forth and so on. I find myself at very odd moments getting worked up and even bought the tears. I put the crib set that we bought together, and I stopped halfway through, and I had to sit back and realize, holy crap, that this is something that's real. Those tangible things in front of me, the crib set, the stroller, the bassinet, having to deal with the baby shower and stuff like that, that all makes it real tangible for me. And it's brought me to a point where I'm just like, holy crap, am I going to do all the right things? What if I make a mistake? How would that affect her? Um, it's very nerve wracking, and I, my friends have offered advice, and the friends that have children that I've been around are like, you're going to be a great parent. You always have had good parental instincts, but I still sit back and I think, holy crap, what am I going to do? Um, those are very real fears with me. I'm not really asking for advice or anything. I just wanted to vocalize the fact that, you could be around kids your entire life, and it's an entirely different ballgame when it's your kids. Um, to parents to be in my situation, though, dealing with a pregnant wife, I'd like to say that if you have prior knowledge of children, dumb it down a little bit when you're around your wife. Now, if she sees this, and she probably will, she's going to go, I told you so. But she's right. It used to aggravate her when we would talk and she'd discover things, and I'd be like, I already knew about that. Yeah, no. Part of the excitement in it for her is discovering these things and doing them with me. So, yes, I've decided to dumb it back a lot. Um, any other piece of advice that I can offer? How about coupons? I like coupons. Coupons are good. You go to the store, why spend $20 more than you have to? So I suggest you take a look at your local paper, get some coupons. I was actually really amazed. I watched that show, Extreme Couponing, the other day, and these people were buying like $1,100 worth of stuff and getting coupons and not paying for any of it. Like, they couponed it all away, and some people were couponing and making money off of it. That's really crazy because one lady I watched, she bought 360 little things of Tic Tacs. Who in their right mind needs 360 things worth of Tic Tacs? To me, even though she got a deal off of it, I wouldn't want 360 things of Tic Tacs lying around. What would be the purpose in that? And you see these pictures of their storerooms, and they've got 400 cans of beans. I ain't never gonna go through 400 cans of beans. Never in my life am I gonna use that many beans. They've got One lady has got 15 cases of dental floss. That's fine for that person on TV who's got 14 kids. Me? No, I can't do that. And they spend 20 hours a week plus on this stuff, on their couponing. That's a full-time job. Anyways, I urge you to check it out. It's rather fascinating, and who knows, it might appeal to you. Um, I have no other TV shows I wish to review. I'm actually working on a segment that I'm going to start doing where I review movies, stuff like that. I'm a big movie buff, love movies, love books too. My favorite author, quick shout out to her, is J.D. Robb. She writes the In Depth series. She actually is Nora Roberts, writes under J.D. Robb when she writes an In Depth series. I encourage you guys to check it out. It's a good set of books based in the future with the New York City police detective and her extremely rich husband who owns half the world. I think I read it because I want to be him, just because he owns half the world, literally. Um, Other than that, I wish you all a fond farewell, and Best wishes to those of you out there who are watching. Thank you very much.